So I got to go to okay. Because it's not colossal. Hello, class.
Good morning. Excuse me.
All right, how y'all doing?
It's all right, I guess.
You guess, huh?
Yeah, I guess.
Not bad. And you?
All right, all right. How's my assignment?
Went pretty well. Not too bad.
Okay. I'm posting some of the mock interviews. Some of y'all probably have done it before, but they're doing it virtual this time. So I'm sending you all I'm posting it, but I'll send you all the email also. The mock interviews. Today, what I'm gonna do, we're not gonna have a lecture today, but I'm gonna give an assignment. Now, but I need to ask everybody some questions, or basically you could feedback with me. Hopefully everybody have like a laptop or some type of computer that has some, how to say it, some storage available, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, this is what what the assignment is, and I want you to do it. It's to download and install the software VirtualBox and an Ubuntu software application, which is a part of a Linux operating system. Now, when you load the VirtualBox, your Linux will be running inside of that box. Now, I'll send a video. You can follow that video, and it'll guide you step by step. But I want you to do it, and like I said, hopefully by next class period, you'd have some kind of, well, hopefully if you have problems, you could contact me. But then too, by the class period, everybody have it up. They'll have a shell. They'll say, okay, I see what Linux, how I can do Linux. What's the different applications, and we can look at some of the common applications that are in Windows and whatnot and stuff like that. But so everybody should have a PC with some memory available, correct? And even if you have an older PC, it doesn't matter. Even if you have an older one, you could try installing it on the older one. Um, let's see. So if we go to modules, let's go to modules. Anybody have any questions so far? I don't want to. So anybody have any questions, concerns, or whatever?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. All right. So now if we go to modules and we look here, well, I just put the virtual mock interviews out here. Oh, I gotta show my screen. Excuse me. Share screen. Okay. All right. So I've put the virtual mock interview information here. And like I say, just information about the mock interviews, when they are. They're gonna, like I say, be online. You'd have to log in and whatnot. And they give a date. We do have also a workshop, I think, before that or something that you can attend. But in this way you would go, and the ones who've done it before, you click here to do your scheduling, what day you would and time slot you would like to do your interview. Well, and I think close to the time, Ms. Dore will send us a link, a Zoom link, for you to log in to get to your interview. Get to that interview screen. Okay. Any questions on this? All right, but I'll leave this. This will always be up, so don't worry about it. Now, some of you may be in this class and Java. So, but if you are, you don't have to do it but one time. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to schedule two interviews. You just do schedule of one. All right. So let's look at the assignment. Small, not one. I'm gonna say small because like I say, it just depends. But hopefully, I'm getting you into. And like I say, it's a lot of Windows side too. Working with the computer, some of the jargon they're gonna be telling you to do, and some of the things you're gonna hear, terminal, kernel, and whatnot. You'll be hearing those terms. So if we click here, install VirtualBox, which is some software, and on Ubuntu on your computer. So if you click here, it's a YouTube link. All right. Well, first of all, click here. Then you click here as a YouTube link. You could download that video. Well, no, that's the link. That's part of this. All right. So I click here. I can make it wider, and it starts off, and it just let me see if it started at the beginning.
Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can download and install Ubuntu 20.04 on your VirtualBox in your Windows 10 operating system.
Right. And see, it should look like this. When you install a VirtualBox, now you can still use your regular computer. The only time, like I said, if you want to use the Ubuntu, you'll click on the VirtualBox software, and then that'll take you into the Linux. So don't worry about your computer not being able to work the way it works. It'll still work the way it works. It's just that you're installing this box, this virtual box that you can click on and get into, and then go into the Ubuntu. All right. So don't think it's gonna just wipe your system out. Now, like I said, you got to follow the instructions, but I don't think there's there's an option to wipe your system out because it's a virtual box. Without the system, the box won't work. All right. And like I say, going through it, I'm gonna just try to drag through. When you go through it, well, it ain't gonna show up like I want. All right, it's gonna tell you where to go and download it from. The Google VirtualBox. Then you can download VirtualBox. Once you download VirtualBox, you're gonna have to go through some steps to install it. And like I said, if you're on a Windows system, choose the Windows host because the host is the actual system that is running under. All right. So you're running a virtual box. They'll tell you the version. You know, normally it'll say in the application what version to run. Because like I said, you could have a 32-bit, 64-bit, or whatnot system. Now, if you have a Windows system and you don't know your system specs, this is the way I do it. Let me stop there. There is a shortcut way, but normally I type Control Panel. All right, when you type Control Panel, you normally would get a screen something like this. And like I said, you got small icon, large icons, all categories. I've never been able to maneuver through the categories. I always liked the small or the large icons. That's how I do it. And what you would click on, you would look for System, right? You click on System, and here System gives you what processor you have, the amount of RAM available, whether it's a 32, 64-bit system, and normally it'll tell you what I think the operating system. See, because sometimes you can put a 32-bit operating system, which is a software, on a 64-bit processor. You know what I'm saying? But you're not maximizing your computer's capabilities. But I'm just saying this is where you would check this, all right? This would be my computer name on the network. If I was ever to connect to a group, a work group at work or wherever on somebody else's network, this would be my computer name. This is the work group that I use here at home. So I have that work group. My other computer is under that work group, and that allows my two computers to be able to share files and folders and whatnot. Okay, but I'm just showing you that, and this is the product key for the software. But I'm saying that this is where you would go, the device manager and whatever, all those things. This is where you would check all that to see what you have. But if you need to know that, this is where you would go. So back into the YouTube video. All right. So like I said, you would install the virtual box.
Ubuntu.com. So I'm going to just click on this link.
So
and
now it's telling you the Ubuntu. This is where you would go and download. It tells you what to download.
Straight away, you will see this option here, which is what's new in Ubuntu 20.04, because 20.04 is the latest version
at that time. But like I say, you could use that one. Yeah.
So here you will see a downloads tab here, and when you click on the download tab, you will see the Ubuntu desktop.
Right.
So you can just click on the version which is available, and most probably you might want to install the LTS version. Okay.
Right.
So make sure.
So like I said, telling you exactly what to do. So make sure you list it. Follow the rules. It's telling you what to choose here. Now you can change some of the settings as to how much quota you want to give it to run and all that. You know, that's strictly up to you. You know, but it gives you all those options.
The name is Ubuntu hyphen.
That's the file that is going to download.
Hyphen desktop hyphen AMD64.iso file.
Right. So that'll be the file. Now and like I say, then what happens? You get in it.
Provide the name of your new machine. So
you give it a name.
Name is Ubuntu, so I'm going to just write Ubuntu here.
And you give it
also give the version of Ubuntu. Let's say 20.04 here.
Now, and notice here, this is the gonna be the folder as to where where your virtual box is located. All right, so that's where your virtual box is. All right, where you installed it. All right, and the type Linux. Okay, excuse me. All right. We continue. All right. Is there some more information? 64-bit, see? 32-bit. So depending on what your operating system, your system is, or the operating system is, you'll be able to click.
And here, in the memory size, I generally provide the memory up to the green mark.
Right.
So
See, that's your quota for how much memory you want to use to run when you're in that virtual box. The more memory, the more you can do at a time. You know, that's understanding computers. All right, the larger files you can run, but you maximize it because you're in that virtual box and you can switch back over. Now, at the same time, if you do switch back over, you know this will be taking up some of your memory. All right, and not all of it, but some of your memory. But this gives you a guide as to what's a safe amount that you can choose. All right. As we go on.
GB selected here, but let's say I would just want to increase it to 100 GB. So I'm going to just move it around 100 GB.
Yeah, and that's the amount of memory you want to allocate for storage for the virtual box, for the Ubuntu when you download or creating files,
Once
etc.
you create this machine, you will be able to see this new machine here, which is Ubuntu 20.04.
Right, so it's telling you all that, so you follow that and continue on. Okay, still follow the instructions. Like I say, choose. If it say just by default, let everything stay the same, you let it stay the same and continue on. But certain things they give you an option to change. They'll tell you if it's safe.
To your machine. So if you have the option, you can increase it to whatever CPU.
Right. So you do have options. All right. Now,
your Ubuntu ISO file. So I'm going to just copy the location here and then paste it here and then select the ISO file from here and then click on
OK.
So once you have selected your ISO file using this CD icon, you will see the name of your ISO file here also. Let me just move it further. You can see the exact name of my ISO file here, Ubuntu 20.04 desktop AMD64. Once you have done that, you can do other settings from here also, but I will leave everything as default.
Leave it as default for now, yeah.
And once you have done all those settings, you are ready to start your Ubuntu.
And watch. Now, when you do that, when you look at it, here comes Ubuntu. And like I say, it's going to start running, but you still have your Windows on your system because that is running within that Windows. So it's going to...
So on the left-hand side, you can choose the language in which you want to install Ubuntu. You can see many languages
English
here, but for now, I will choose English as my language, and then I will.
And then you would install, not try, but do the install, and that way you have to try to keep.
Now, in the next window, you will see the keyboard layout. So from
and
here,
now keyboard
you can
is
choose
US.
the keyboard layout, whatever keyboard layout
if you're on a laptop or desktop.
Or on your keyboard.
Right. So it's just like if anybody loaded
normally just leave it as
Windows before, it's the same, pretty much actually some of the same questions, as to what type devices you have, common devices that you have. All right. And then from that, you click the install and then it will install or start installing.
Erase any disk or anything from your Windows operating system. Just leave it as erase disk and
Now you see this warning here, class? This does not have anything to do with your system. This is the environment that you created for Ubuntu. So don't be alarmed to say, oh, it's going to erase my whole disk or whatever. It's just that if you had a virtual environment with Ubuntu on it and you're trying to reinstall something over that Ubuntu or in that area, in that folder, it will erase everything out. But it's not it won't erase your entire system.
Install Ubuntu and then click on install now.
Right, but let me go back and let you hear him say it.
It's not going to erase any disk or anything from your Windows operating system. Just leave it as erase disk and install Ubuntu and then click on install now. Now here you will see this warning which says if you continue, the changes listed below will be written. I will just click on continue button here. Now in the next step, you can
choose your time zone. Normally Chicago Central Time.
Location. So I have chosen this location, which is nearer to my physical location.
And you'll be normally
and then
here.
I'm going to click on the continue button.
because I would say this, normally
Here, you can just
when you have, and I don't know how many people have worked on the, or with a device on the internet. If you have a device and the time is off, a few seconds may not be an issue. But if it's off by a day, off by 2 years, off by whatever, then you could have connection issues or whatnot, because the system that's actually, or the servers that's checking that system, they see it as suspicious, that why would somebody come in and the date is not right or the time is not right? It must be a hacker trying to come in and do some things with the time that they do something. If they do it on their system, have a different time, and then they put it on the system and the time is showing something different. So a lot of times, if your system, the device that you have, the time is not somewhat accurate, you can run into connection issues with your network or with your internet. All right. So make sure you have the time zones correct and whatnot. Okay.
computer name here.
Right.
I can even
Same thing with Windows. The computer name you saw that was on mine. You'd have to give a computer name.
Computer name also, and also as the username, I will just
Yeah, username. That would be your username that you want to log into Ubuntu, and then a password that you want to log into Ubuntu.
Do that also.
Right.
And then you can just provide the password. I'm going to just provide the password. For now, it's a weak password, but you might want to provide the stronger parts for this.
And I think, and I'm not too sure, but I think even though you say log in automatically, you have to give a password. Now, and one of the reasons being, when you do certain functions or install applications or do something dealing with the system, it will ask you to confirm your password before it continues. So regardless of any choice you make down here, you still need to put a password, okay? So like I said, make sure you have your information.
Confirm this password, and once you are done with that, you just need to click on next step. You don't need to do anything until
it's gonna show you the bar is gonna install,
so you
and
just
then
wait for some time until this installation is finished. So I will also wait for the installation to be finished.
Right, because they're gonna go through several.
And after some time, you will see this kind of window which says installation is complete. You need to restart the computer in order to use the new installation. So I'm going to just click on the restart now button.
Right, but it's restarting Linux, not restarting your system.
And at this point, it says please remove the installation medium, then press enter. So I'm going to just press enter here. And now I can see the Ubuntu operating system is starting to load. And now I can see the
login name.
Right. So if you remember, this is the username which I have given to my Ubuntu operating system. So I will just click on this user, and then I will provide the password which I have given at the time of installation, and then press enter. So first of all, you will see this kind of welcome window here. You can click on the skip option here, and also you can just click on the next.
And that's like just a kind of welcome something you're going through. And then now this is the Linux environment. This is like just like your web browser. I think this is like email. This your terminal. Like the terminal in CoCalc. You click on that terminal. You can type whatever and your commands and get whatever. And then you have all your other icons. This you like just like on a phone, your app store and whatnot. You could click down here, and then they'll give you a search bar. You could type in a name of something you want to search for or whatnot. Okay, so it's the desktop, this Ubuntu desktop. But like I say, you click on this link here, or this icon here, and I think that's the terminal. If not, you click on, like I say, the apps button down here. It'll give you a bar here, and you type in the word terminal, hit enter, and it'll pop up with the terminal. Okay? Man, like I say, basically that's it. But like I say, there's other stuff.
Additions. So for installing the VirtualBox guest editions, what you need to do is you need to open the terminal.
See?
So you can just click on this option and then search for
Right.
terminal here.
Right. You search for terminal,
Once the
click,
terminal result comes,
and bam, now you're back in that environment with the dollar
once
sign
your
prompt.
terminal opens, you just need to give this command. I'm going to provide this command in the description of this video also, which is to install some essential packages before you install VirtualBox guest editions on your Ubuntu.
Yeah, and that'll just
Command
like
is sudo apt
updates
install
and
with
whatnot.
essentials space dkms space linux minus headers hyphen this
Unnamed, right.
space r. Okay, so just type this command on the
Right.
Ubuntu terminal and then press enter and give your Ubuntu's password. I'm going to just provide my
Right.
Ubuntu
See, that's why I say you're gonna need that password.
Just
You know,
press yes
so
here
make sure you
or Y here
you
and then press
remember
enter.
it, number one, but
And after
type it
some
in.
time, you will see that all the installation steps are finished. So once it's done, you can
Finished.
close your terminal. And now what you can do
Do
is
anything you
just
want to do.
go to devices on your VirtualBox window. So just
Right.
click on devices here and then click on insert guest editions CD image. And once you do that, you will be able to see this kind of window. So
Right.
you just need to click on the run button here. So just click on run. And then you just need to
Password.
provide your Ubuntu's password. So I'm going to just provide my Ubuntu's password and then click on authenticate. We're just going to open the terminal and it's going to install the VirtualBox guest editions on your Ubuntu operating system.
Wow.
And after some time, you will see this message which says press return to close this window. So you just need to press enter here, which is going to close this window.
Right.
Now,
All right. So like I said, give you step-by-step instructions. And like I say, the restart button, that's not the restart with Windows. That's restart of the Ubuntu environment. Okay. Remember, Windows is down here, but this is you're running in a virtual box under Windows. Okay. When you power off, you're not powering off your system with Windows. You're powering off Ubuntu. All right. So, and it'll tell you how to activate. See here, when you open up your virtual machine to start your your Ubuntu, you would just click start. Okay. When you click start, then it will open up your window. All right, your Ubuntu environment.
In the settings, you need to go to the advanced settings in the general tab and make sure that this shared clipboard and drag and drop option is bi-directional, and that will enable you to just copy and paste your files between the VirtualBox and your host operating system. Now I'm going to start this Ubuntu once again.
See, watch, you started.
I'm going to provide my Ubuntu's password again. And now
back into the
observe
Ubuntu.
when I just drag this window and make the size of this window a little bit bigger, the size of Ubuntu desktop also changes and resolution is also better, right? So when I just maximize this window, my Ubuntu desktop
Takes over the whole
size will also change.
Right.
So this is working now.
Right.
It is on my
so hopefully
this text from here and go to the browser. And
yeah. So anyone with any questions so far, like I said, it's not difficult, but you got to do the step by step by step. I would have one window open when I'm installing, and maybe that next window open on the side, and pause it, do whatever, or have two computers, one of them with the video, and then one of them that I'm uploading it to, and pause it, do what I have to do, pause it, do what I have to do, so I can go step by step or rewind and say, let me see exactly what is done. So anybody have any questions? Let me see if anybody else came in on since then. Yeah, I think a few people may have came in. Yeah. All right. So any questions?
Open the next tab and paste this.
Why do that? Questions? Talk to me.
Not for me.
Okay. All right. So everybody can get started and install and do whatever, right? And everybody turned in my homework assignments, correct? Hello?
No, sir, I didn't.
Why not, Mr. Marlon?
Uh, just- I guess because we could say just because I
You go
procrastinated.
try to come up with a good one, huh?
Procrastinated and just didn't get it done.
Man, you need to do it, man.
I understand.
Yeah, did you work on it?
I worked. I didn't work on it to be honest. But I did go through the steps. Like I tried to Google some of it, but I just kind of got tied up and I didn't get to finish it.
Yeah. What part you got tied up with?
Let me pull it back up
Let
so I
me
can
go
see.
back to my assignment. Let me see.
That was a file management, right?
Huh?
That was a file manager we're talking about, right?
Yeah. All you copying
I
and
had some
moving.
issues with the last part.
What
Like I
part?
tried to put in the command, but it kept overwriting the file 7 with file 1 and not
Not appending, because you never
Yeah.
use the -A. No,
I
you never
understand.
use the two directives.
The 2 directives.
Right. You
I
remember?
used what I
You
did
use one.
was
You use
I
one.
used file 1 and then file 7 and then I put it in
All
file
right.
7.
Right, but let me show you. Let me see if I could go back to the notes. Let's see something. If we go back to the notes, remember the second to the last page, I think it was. Right, well here, look. Oh, I remember I didn't take this one out. When you do, this is wrong here. I thought I changed that. But look at here. Cat file 1, and then I'm streaming it in the file 2. That copies whatever's in file 1 into file 2. Okay, you got that?
Mhm.
All right. This one down here, cat file 1, you're streaming, but you're doing it twice in the file 2, concatenates it. It takes
Oh,
whatever's in file 2, 1, and append it to the bottom of file 2.
I didn't do the double one. I think I changed
Right.
it
That
to
and
Yeah.
see, remember, and see, I thought I changed this because see this remember when I caught that in class.
Yeah.
This doesn't go here. That's the
Oh.
command. Yeah, that's the command. That shouldn't go there. And this the argument.
Yeah, I knew that part. It's just
Okay.
Look,
Right.
I
the
But
doubles I didn't get
yeah,
the
it's the double. Yeah, you got to use the double. So what
I-
I'll do, what's that, Miss Wisham?
I did that in my assignment, wondering why did it break on me.
Oh,
I
okay,
forgot
yeah.
about that arrow.
Right. So what I'll do, I'll open up the assignment when it was due yesterday, huh?
Mhm.
Or today?
Tuesday.
Yesterday. Or
Yes, sir.
day or two. So what
Yeah.
I'll do, I'll open it up until tonight so that you all can work on that. But what other issues you might have had, Mr.
That was it. That was
Okay.
the only one. I did everything else pretty fine.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
All right. And what about you, Mr. Marlon?
Yes, sir. It was the arrow.
Or the cat? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, one of them just pipes it, overwrites it. If it exists, it's gonna overwrite it. If it's not, it's gonna create it. But the second one concatenates. Yeah, it appends it to the bottom. Yeah. Yeah.
Got you. And I came in late for this one. The next assignment is that just installing the VirtualBox in Ubuntu? Is that what you were saying?
Right. Because we're not gonna have class. We just do that. I went over it to make sure, and I kind of went, just in stages through the installation to kind of, let you see at spots
Yes,
what's
sir.
gonna be what, and so you will won't be kind of lost, because even when they say everything will be wiped out, you're like, oh well, no, I'm not gonna do that. No, it won't wipe out everything on your computer. It's just gonna wipe out that environment for the Ubuntu. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Actually, last semester I was messing around with the Oracle VirtualBox, and
Uh-huh.
I did. It does sometimes when you're trying to start the actual VirtualBox, it might give
Uh-huh.
you an error. Like it might fail to load. You just got to restart the
Oh, okay.
VirtualBox again.
Okay. I never had that experience though. But like I said, it could happen. And sometimes it could be based on the amount of what memory you gave it. Because if you got so much in Windows going on, you may have to close something out to open up your box, properly or something. I don't know. Could be those issues. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, try installing it and see what's happening. And let me reload this issue because I thought I fixed that. Let's see. But it should have came up. Nope, it still shows. One of them, because I had it on all 4 of them, but now it's just on this one. But I'll fix that. Yeah. All right. So do my work. I'm gonna open up. Let me do that because I'll forget. I'll get off of the thing and forget. I'll go to modules, and it's this one, file management. And what's today, Lord? Today is the 30th. And to the 30th. All right, so this will still be open till tonight, okay? So y'all can get it done or whatnot, or start it over, or whatever, submit it. But make sure you do the assignments. Like I said, even though it's simple, it's something to get you in the practice of doing, following those commands or whatever. Because most people, once they learn command line prompt, they don't want to go back to graphical interface, because graphical interfaces is like, okay, I just can do this, boom, And sometimes they have options, but most times they don't, But like I say, it's all depends on the person. It all depends on the person. All right. Anything else?
No, sir.
Okay. So everybody's straight. Everybody has a computer, because I told you once you download it and you once it's done, I want you to open up a terminal. It shows you how to open up a terminal. Type in your name and the $ prompt, screenshot that desktop, and submit it. So that's going to show that, hey, the desktop was installed, that you've gotten to the terminal prompt. You put in it's your name and you submitted it. So hopefully you can get it done. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right, so I'll see y'all on next class period, okay?
Okay.
Sounds good. Have a good one.
All right, y'all too.